Tisa Tell's off the hook, man. She off the hook. I was just watching her video. I figured I'd make this video in response. That's hilarious. He was like, and I want to ask you guys this as well. Is she correct? She said Diddy's sons were his first victims. And then she went into great detail about it. And I thought it was not funny, but I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. Let's see what's happening here. I thought it was hilarious because she went into she talked about Justin when he was getting ready to go to college. She said, I didn't know this, said he was accepted into Harvard, I believe. So that means he's a smart kid. He's accepted into Harvard, but he wanted him to go to California. So he took a football scholarship to UCLA. I remember that. And then he played at UCLA for about 2 seasons. Then she brought up the cowbell incident. I was like, bro, she went into the archives on that one. She went into the archives. So the cowbell incident, allegedly he went after a coach. He went after a coach for the cow with a cowbell. And the next thing you know, like the next season, Justin didn't play there. So she was like, he's like Diddy's first victim. Like, he's stopping his career and stuff like that. And then she said, Quincy, I didn't know this. He was going to get a role on Power or something. I can't remember the show, but something happened. Diddy intervened and he wanted something with the rights. And then the kid didn't get the role. He didn't get the role to that. And I didn't know all this happened, but she said he didn't get the role. And that show went on to be a hit. So she was saying that that's his other victim. So she was going down the line. She was going down the line. But anyway, what's up, y'all? Um, Now I don't know if all that is true, but I mean, he is gonna intervene. I mean, especially if his kids are getting like roles and stuff like that, he's gonna want to have his hand in it, just to make sure that they get what's coming to him. But I never known that he had an acting role, Quincy. And she talked about Christian. He has a studio album out now, executive produced by Kanye West. And she was like, he could have did more for his career and stuff like that, but he didn't want his kids to outshine him. I don't know about all that. I think, let me just say this. I think if he gets out now, can y'all hear me? Somebody, if you could hear me, press one. If somebody could hear me. Because I don't know if this is working or not. Like, because I'm in the car. And it's usually when I'm in the car, it's all bad. It's all bad because I can't get these settings correctly. Okay, 5x5. So yeah, she said that he is her first. She off the hook. I was sitting there laughing. Tisa not playing with him, yo. I'm just telling y'all that right now. She not playing. She like, this dude is horrible. His kids, his first victims, and that's it. The hell with it. The hell with y'all saying. That's what it is right there. That's what she's saying. Um, so I'm looking at this. So the scenario is, I had just made a video. I saying that he could be out tomorrow. If you think about it, think about that. He could literally be out tomorrow, and it's up to the jury. It's literally up to the jury. I can't even move my car because if I move my car, I ain't gonna have no part. But he can literally be out tomorrow, man. Literally. Now, if he gets out, bruh, you better be waiting for my live, yo. Because I'm gonna be out there. I don't care if I'm not feeling well, I'm going. It don't matter. Because this heat is not working out with me too well. But I will be out there. And the thing is, if he is found not guilty on everything, I want to know what people are gonna have to say then. But we gonna see. But if he is found guilty, I told you so. You know they're gonna come for it. I told you he was gonna be, yeah. But I don't know, man. I think that's a stretch to say his kids were his first victims. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not part of his family dynamic to know if that to be true or not. You know, I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I say, if I'm not there, I don't know. Because if I did say, yeah, he was the first, his kids were his first victims, I'd be sitting up here lying to you because I don't have nothing to base it on. And you got to be careful with saying all of that, because what if he come back and start suing people? What if he gets out and just starts suing people? So you got to be careful. You got to say allegedly, stuff like that. But she did mention the cowbell incident. That really did happen. That really did happen. If and nobody know about that story, is when Justin was at UCLA. Diddy got into it with the coach, I guess because of playing time or something like that. And he threatened him with a cowbell. I don't know where he got the damn cowbell from, but that's what he threatened him with. And I think he was banned from the locker room and the facilities and stuff like that. Not Justin, but Diddy. Because Justin did play there for 2 seasons, UCLA. But I didn't know he got into Harvard. I thought that would have been the better choice for him to go play football there, just because of the education and the contacts he would have made. Really, you can get a good education anywhere. It just don't have to be Harvard, but you go there for the contacts. But I guess Diddy was like, man, we don't need no contacts. I'm Diddy. But I thought Harvard would have been the best choice, especially to play football. And because he would have played a lot. UCLA was a little bit more competitive. I remember him at UCLA because, you know, I follow football. At UCLA was very competitive, you know what I mean? And he was a defensive back slash safety. And he didn't have he really didn't have the height though to be a defensive back. The defensive backs don't have to be that tall, but he's a little bit on the shorter side to be a defensive back. You know, he's also small as well. You said, does Harvard have a? All right, I'm back. I told you that car, it does that. So I don't know if they have a football team or not. I don't know if they have a football team. Do they have a football team? Anybody know if Harvard have a football team? Because I can't do it right now because I'm on my phone. What's up, Uda, on the go? He said Tisa bugged out. Dude, I was laughing, dog, because she is going ham on him. She not playing. She not playing. She kicking out videos like it's hotcakes. And how you doing? She kicking out videos like it's hotcakes. So, but if they do, Harvard would have been a likely choice for Justin. I remember when he was getting recruited, because I have another, I have another page. I follow college football, and I remember him getting recruited. He went to UCLA, and he played a little bit, but he wasn't a starter. And a lot of that is because it was very competitive. And I know Diddy like, damn, you're not playing my son? Why are you not playing my son? Well, it's competitive. He's at what you call a Power Five. And I give it to him for even getting accepted to a Power Five. I give it to him. That means he was good. But when you get on that level, man, you got other defensive backs that are a lot bigger and faster. They're going to go with them first. To be a defensive back, you got to be at least, I don't know how tall Justin is. I don't know how tall he is. And I just know from my own experience with college football, I even had to get bigger. I even had to get bigger, man. I was considered small for my position, and I was a tight end. I had to get bigger. I didn't have to get that much bigger. All I had to do was gain 15 pounds. I actually had the size already. I had the size, and I was more like a hybrid because it's different types, it's different levels to tight ends. You got some that are like, you have to be able to block. That's why you have to get your weight up. You got to be able to block and provide max protection. But it's not personal because they would have redshirted me. It's not personal. You just have to gain the weight. But if you don't have the God-given attributes like this, the size and height, you at a disadvantage. He could have been on special. He did play special teams. He did. But I guess Diddy was like, damn, how come you're not playing my son? So he got into it with the coach. And then that's what happened. Justin then played there the next year. I'm not even sure if he graduated. But Diddy probably like on some, you don't need to graduate, you with me. I've already built a hell of a company already, which is true. He had a little bit advantage than the average person. He already got a multi-million-dollar business turned into a billion-dollar business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he was just being a dad, you know what I'm saying? I remember that. I remember he got banned from the facilities. They told Diddy, you got to go, fam. You got to go. All that, what do you call it? Just because of who you are, we don't give a fuck. That's what the coach was pretty much telling them. We don't give a damn who you are. Your son got to earn this. And I believe he would have earned his keep if he had stayed. Because he had redshirted. I'm not sure how many times he redshirted. Meaning that he don't lose his eligibility on the field. Like you could be a junior in the classroom and still be like a sophomore in the field, depending on how many times you redshirted. But usually people redshirt because they're not ready. And then the ones that are ready, we call them true freshmen or whatever, true to their class. It's very competitive on the Power 5 level. He was in Power 5 football, UCLA. I mean, think about it. He going up against the likes of USC, man. Man, look how them receivers look at USC, man. They NFL ready. So it wasn't because, he was just trying to be a dad, you know what I'm saying, and it went left. I remember that. He was trying to be a dad, and it went left. And the cowbell incident happened. And he got banned. And I know it made it bad on his son, you know what I'm saying, because your dad went up there, but he just being a dad. How many other parents do that? Want your kid to play, but your kid is not, you got to come to the realization, is your kid good enough or not? You know what I'm saying? I have a friend right now, her son is at, where is he at? He's at, damn, where the hell is he at? University of Miami. No, he's at the University of Florida, excuse me. And he had the red shirt his first year, but it wasn't that he's not good because he's getting reps. He actually played 4 games last season. You can play up to 4 games and still redshirt. And he had to he's up to 300 pounds now. He's 315. No, he's 305 or something like that. He's up to 305. But when he came there, he was 2 something. But for his position, because he's a tackle, he got to be at least 300 pounds. He got the height because he's 6'7". But but you're not ready, you know what I'm saying? And I remember she was telling me, like, when he said he got there, it was a different beast. You know, you got kids there that's 320 and better on that offensive line and fast on top of it and fast. So, but then, as a parent, you want your kid to play, and it don't always happen that way the first year. You think your kid is good, but when he get around the Power Five level, you start to realize, like, wait a minute, he might be average. You might be average. So that cowbell incident, she's not lying about that. That did happen. She just went in the archives because she going ham on Diddy right now. And then she said something about Quincy. I didn't know he could have got that power role. She said that, and I don't know if he would have got that role. I'm not sure. I can't remember the role she said, but she said he was gonna get it, but then Diddy intervened and wanted something, and they say, nah, we just gonna go with another actor, and that show went on to be a hit. So that could have did a lot for his career. So I don't know. He could be trying to help and hindering them at the same time. But they're not really known for anything other than being his son, and that's not their fault. It's just the circumstances. I know Christian has an album out now. I know Christian has an album out now, and we'll see what happens with that. Anybody listen to the album? Is it good? You said Quincy was in Star, but I don't know what happened with his role. I don't know if Diddy had anything to do with it. That I can't speak on. But she went into the archives, man. She went into the archives with it, man. And she calls us Diddy Glazers. The ones that, saying that maybe he shouldn't go to jail and all that. We Diddy Glazers. I like that. I started rolling when she said Diddy Glazers. She don't mean that in a good way. You know what that mean? She's saying we're like piping him off, yo. That's what she's saying. You Diddy Glazers. Yo, she was on one on that video. That was hilarious. What's up, YouTube? I did so I was like, man, I'm watching the video. I said, let me add my 2 cents. I'm not a Diddy Glazer though. I'm more like I don't think he should be convicted for this right here. After he made one woman a millionaire, another one he paying her rent. I mean, are they being trafficked or not? I think they just had a kinky ass relationship. That's what I think. I don't agree with it, but that's what they were doing. You don't be with a man for over 11 years and you'll get tired. You're like, man, look, dude, I can't keep doing this. But she could have, you know what could have happened? She got turned out. You know what getting turned out mean? Mean that she didn't really want to do it at first, but then she started liking it. You know what I'm saying? She got the biggest and baddest. Got the biggest and baddest, man. But the only thing is, it's unusual because they put themselves at risk. So I don't know how anybody could be happy about that. But she was trying to please him because that's what he wanted. You see what I'm saying? That's what he wanted. And I mean, I'm not saying this to diss him. That could have been like a fetish. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously it was a fetish, having your woman with another man. And then you follow up behind that man. You know what I'm saying? With the stuff on his nipples, all that. That's damn near like a. That's damn near like a. Here we go with this. Here we go with this. That ain't. I don't know if that's by accident that they keep spamming his channel. That ain't by accident. I'm gonna have to hit him up, yo. I'm gonna have to hit him up on the back end and see what's really good, man. I think I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna hit him up on the back end. I'm probably gonna inbox him. I'm gonna be like, yo, do that be happening to your channel, or like, do that be happening to your channel that they be spamming other channels? Like, what's really good, man? I'm gonna hit him up on the back end. I think it's just people spamming. I don't think it got nothing to do with him, but I'm gonna hit him up anyway. You said you don't know the law. You could be with a person for 200 years. If you have a business, you cannot use the business funding for criminal acts. Well, you haven't been here when I broke down the law. So don't sit up here. You look stupid right now. In front of all these people, you look stupid. You not talking about me. Talking about I don't know the law. You must not know me. You need to go have a seat. You need to go have a seat. You need to either have a seat or see me outside the courthouse. That's what you need to do. Either see me outside the courthouse and say that to me. See me outside the courthouse and tell me to my face that I don't know the law. And I will sit there and school you to your face while the cameras are rolling. Don't sit here and play with me. See, y'all hide behind that camera. Y'all hide behind these damn gnats. Y'all hide behind the camera. You need to see me outside and tell me that. So you explain to me outside that courthouse that I don't know the law. I'll be there in the morning. I'll be right there in the morning, Mr. Verdell. I'll be there in the morning. Just come check me out in the morning and tell me I don't know nothing about the law. You haven't watched none of my content to sit up here and look stupid and say I don't know something about the law. Yeah, just see me outside. I'll be outside. Just come tell me, school me on the law. School me what I don't know. And then we have it at that. And see, hold on. Let me just go ahead and time you out. I'm gonna time you off for about 30 minutes so you can get your act together. And then you come back. See, that'll give you 30 minutes to go to my last live chats and stuff like that when I was breaking down the law. Then you come back and apologize. If not, you ain't coming back in here. Don't sit up. You can't tell me that. I don't sit up here and read the law until I lost taste in my mouth. So I'll be outside the courtroom tomorrow. So come out there and tell me I don't know nothing about the law and explain it to me. Explain it to me. And we'll have a discussion right then and there. There's a lot of these people hiding behind the camera. They're not out there every day, which is okay, because that ain't for the faint of heart. I'm telling you that right now. It ain't for the faint of heart. There's a lot of crazies out there. It's a lot of crazies. You don't know nothing about the law. People are something else. They just mad, yo, because I know what I'm talking about. So that's just what it is. I don't see a lot of these people out there. They scared to come out there. They scared. They not coming out there, yo. They scared, yo. For real. Ain't nothing to be scared about. You in the front of a federal building. But trust me, if I've been talking reckless on this microphone, I'd probably be scared to come out there too. There's some people out there. I admit there was some couple people came out there. Boy, they were watching around, looking paranoid, just watching. I'm like, Lord, don't even come out here then. There's cameras everywhere, vloggers everywhere. So I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So they're gonna have the case. So I guess I'm gonna sit around the courthouse, huh? There ain't nowhere to park around there either. This what I wanted to do was like find a park somewhere, but they'd all say authorized parking. Like the lawyers be parking over there. Like I can't park over there. It says authorized personnel only, and I will for sure get a ticket. So I'm just gonna hang around the courthouse and vlog with y'all, different things like that. I'm gonna have to bring my laptop with me just so I won't run out of battery. I don't have about my battery pack messed up. You said join the Black Brotherhood to save our brothers from the streets. That ain't working. You can't save them for the streets. It hasn't worked since I've been alive. You got to save yourself. Each person got to do the right thing. I have to save myself first, and then everybody save themselves. You said brothers need to be together to fight it. I understand that. I get what you're saying. You're right about that. But everybody has to collectively come to. Everybody has to do the right thing first before we collectively come together. We don't even have to collectively come together. We just each have to just consciously do the right thing, and then it'll be a better place. But you got some evil people out here. They're just evil. They don't want to do the right thing. The jury will be given the instructions tomorrow. Um, will we, the public, have knowledge of them? Yeah, that's open to the public. Yes, yep, that's open to the public. Now, you're going to be able to see it on Twitter or X account. Follow Inner City Press. You'll be able to, he's not going to have it all verbatim, but just know that, yeah, you'll get it if you get the transcript. Yep, they're getting their instructions in the morning. The instructions might be long. The judge might take an hour on it, less than an hour to no more than an hour, and that's it. He said, guys, you got to go pick a jury four-person. Then they'll pick the four-person, and then they off to the races. They're gonna have a whole day tomorrow to come up with something, and the next day and the next day before the fourth hits. All right, I feel like this. All right. Yeah, we know, man. Some people ain't trying to be saved, bro. Brothers need to read the knowledge. Well, some of the stuff in the information highway is pretty good. You just have to decipher it.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
August 3rd. You know where you're going to be? August? What? August 3rd. You know where you're going to be? Awesome. We're having a fun day. Come along. No problem.
You said, may the Lord be with us all. Amen. I like that. We need it. They got baseball out here today. It starts at home. The foundation, yeah, that's where it starts. At home. But yeah, Tisa off the hook, man. She called people Diddy Blazers. She said, all you Diddy Blazers I said, I'm gonna do one better for you, baby. I'm gonna make a video. And I was rolling when she was saying it. She just, boy, she was taking stuff out of the bleachers. She brought up the cowbell incident. When she brought up the cowbell incident, I said, this woman not playing. She not playing with him, yo. She is not playing. I give it to her. Let me tell you something about Tisa that I give her. She talk her stuff and she right there front and center. No fear. Front and center. That's what I respect. She ain't hiding behind no camera. She said, I have a fundamental right. I have a right to say what I say, and that's it. Yeah, she's Diddy Glazers diabolical. She said Diddy Glazers. That means she said we glazing them, if you know what I mean. Diddy Glazers. She off the hook. She said the cowbell incident. She said she hurt his son's career. Cowbell, talking about when Justin was at UCLA. He got into it with the coach, I guess, over Justin playing time. And he went after the coach with a cowbell. He did that. She's not lying about that. That really did happen. And I think they had a restraining order on him and everything. That really did happen. You said she is very passionate about this case. I know, but one thing I give her though, she's there. She is not. She is not hiding, yo. And she is what it is. She's like, look, this is what it is, man. Like for real. She said, forget all that. He innocent and all that. She said, forget all that, yo. She got gangster with it. She's like, you Diddy Glazers. Straight Diddy Glazers, man. I was sitting there rolling. Then she brought up that cowbell. A lot of people don't know about that. A lot of people don't know about the cowbell incident. Yeah, I don't know where he got the cowbell from. It was somewhere on the facility. What happened was, Justin, he went to UCLA. He's a defensive back / safety. He did play. Hey, how's it going? He did play special teams, but he wasn't getting the playing time, I guess, that Diddy wanted. Because Diddy used to go to the games. If you go to his Diddy page on YouTube, you'll see it. He's at the UCLA game, him and Misa. And, I guess he wanted Justin to play. He did play special teams. He did. But I guess not enough that he wanted. That cowbell incident didn't help him at all. He didn't play after that. He left. I'm not sure if he graduated, though. He may have. He may have. I think he did graduate. But I heard he could have went to Harvard. So I said that Harvard would have been a better choice because if they got a football team, he would have played there. And then she brought up Quincy, said that he had a leading role and Diddy messed it up. Now, I can't speak on that because I don't know. I didn't know the kid was acting. I know he got a lot of talent. He got to have a lot of talent. His dad was a singer. He could sing. He got a little talent about himself. See what I'm saying? He got a little bit of a talent about himself, man. He do. I give him that. He is a talented brother. And they saying that he derailed his career. Now, I think that he was just trying to be a dad to Justin and them. You know how some parents like, damn, my kid ain't playing. What the fuck? What the hell? Why my kid ain't playing, man? He just being a dad. But the cowbell incident, yo, she had me rolling with that. I didn't think she knew about that. Yes, she do know. She went in the archives. You said giving Puffy's ego and attitude. Yeah, I will believe he was a stage dad in the worst way. Those with money have the superiority complex, right? But that coach wasn't hearing it though. That coach said, "You ain't coming back this MF for yo. I don't give a fuck who you are." And he changed his vibration too. He said, "I don't give a fuck who you are, yo. I'm gonna play whoever I want to play. This is Power 5 football. I don't give a damn you Pete Diddy." See, that's probably what he was guilty of, that superiority complex. But he don't have no more superiority complex. He can't. If not, it's a mental situation at this point. Because he got regular people deciding his fate. Yeah, she did her homework. Yo, I was rolling when nobody mentioned that cowbell incident but her. I said, I know it's gonna come up. I know it's gonna come up. Somebody's gonna mention it. And she is on time with it. She mentioned it yesterday. She on time, right before deliberation. She said his kids are his first victims. That's she said. His first. You said he calm until he get out. I heard a lot of people nervous, saying if he get out, they in trouble. I don't think so. He gonna have to keep a low profile, man. Big homie CC said that he out the country. He said his life on the line. He said that, and Pierce Morgan said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, I hope the brother life ain't on the line. I like big homie CC. You know what I'm saying? Um, he seemed real, but the thing is, though, I don't agree that he should have said that on Pierce Morgan. Or he may have wanted to say it on Pierce Morgan just in case something happened to him. That could be like a defense thing. He said, "No, I'll start a suing parade." That's what I would do. I'd be suing motherfuckers for sure. People suing me, I'm suing back. As soon as I get out, I'll have a meeting with my lawyers in my office. I say, "Listen, we going on a suing campaign. Suing." And I might not even get none from you, but it's just like I'd be on some Cardi B type stuff. I don't know about his son putting a coach in a headlock, but I know it was an altercation. Sure was. And he didn't play after that. He was gone. But I believe he did graduate from UCLA. Yeah, he continued his education. He graduated. Because it was a whole big thing about him getting a scholarship. People was complaining about that. Like, look who his father is. Why do he need a scholarship? That was a whole big thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he just leave people alone, man. He got too much of a radar on him. You see what I'm saying? It's too much of a radar to be sitting up there going after people. I wouldn't do it. He got too much of a radar unless he don't care. Unless he crazy. He not crazy, he's smart. He's not a dummy. He got too much of a I wouldn't say she is Tisa's valid. I wouldn't say she ignorant. I wouldn't say that. She's very successful in what she's doing. So I have to give her credit. She very, 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 and she got it out the mud. She did. Her, if you go back to her oldest stuff, she wasn't getting no views. She got this shit out the mud, yo. She did. She's self-made. She is self-made. I have to give her that credit. She's self-made. And she ain't got no boss. She's self-made, yo. She rose through the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not. She literally got it out the mud. And us YouTubers, we're all in the same fraternity. We know she got out the mud. And we respect that. We want her to get all the money. I want her to get all, because it could be me one day. It could easily be me. She's entertaining and she's cute and she's smart. She got it all, man. But she funny as fuck, though. She said, "You Diddy Glazers, yo. You Diddy Glazers." She said, you know how gangster that is for her to say that? "You Diddy Glazers, man." I can't even say nothing. When I see her tomorrow, I'm going to say, "Hey, Tisa, I'm a Diddy Glazer." You feel me? She going to start laughing. I said, I had to make a live chat on you. It's hilarious. I said, I'm going to say to her, though, you brought up the cowbell incident, man. Nobody know about that. That happened years ago. Justin in his 30s. I'm going to tell you something, though. Like, it's not his kid's fault if he tried to intervene and messed them up because nobody want to work with him. You know what I'm saying? That ain't his fault. I mean, that is his fault. That ain't their fault. That ain't their fault. You know, you can't help with who you born to. So if he had a say so, you know what I'm saying? You see, that's not gangster at all. It is for her, because she out, she ain't hiding behind no camera, man. But she got it out the mud. I'm just telling y'all that. She got it out of the mud. No, she didn't have no help, and she still don't have no help. She do it all herself, yo. I watch her. When she's out there, she do it all herself. Getting it out the mud. That's what she did. That's why she get taught the way she is. She got out the mud, yo. Ain't nobody can tell her nothing. What you gonna tell her? She got that joint out the mud, man. And she's on NBC and all that. Nancy Grace, and that's getting it out the mud, yo. For real. I had to drop the phone when she said the cowbell, man. She said he came after the coach with a cowbell. He did. And I'm like, where did he get the cowbell from? It must have been hanging around somewhere. Because him and the coach raised up to him. Because, you know, he went in there, you know, on some changing your vibration shit, right? And the coach changed his. The coach used to play football. I'm going to tell you something. Anybody that played football, you don't fuck with them. You don't fuck. We did violence for fun. That's a very violent sport. We don't fuck with them. He was like, yo, who you talking to? You know, you ain't you. I'm the coach. You ain't talking to me. I play who I want to play. And Diddy probably felt some way and went after him with a cowbell, yo. Because he wasn't going after him with them hands. That coach would have laid his ass out. I'm telling you, he would have. But the way she said it, though, I like, damn, she don't brought up the cowbell incident. He got a restraining order and everything. Now, that's just him being a dad, yo. He want his son to play. I get it. Man, I want to see my son play, man. What the fuck? But you got to understand, he's at a power 5, and he got other defensive backs in that room that's vying for that position. They don't care who your father is. Now, here's the difference. See, the NFL tried to do that with Shador Sanders. We don't care who your father is, man. We're going to show you a lesson. But guess what? He beating every quarterback in that room right now. He gonna play this season, and I heard the owner want him to start. He want him to start because they're going overseas. He wants Shador to start. You know why? Because that's bringing fanfare. The fans overseas want to see Shador. So he gonna be the starter because I heard the dog pound is already calling his name. They want him to be the starter, the dog pound, and the dog pound is comprised of season ticket holders. Let me tell you something. Let Cleveland start the season 1-3 and see won't Mr. Sanders come in the game. See won't he come in the game, dog. That kid is the best quarterback in the draft. I promise you this. I watched him for his whole career. He's the best. All he needed is protection. That's all he needed. Listen, this dude was the most sacked quarterback in college football ever. And still threw for over 3,000, 4,000 yards, yo. Come on, man. What that telling you is he needs an offensive line. If he get an offensive line, he gonna be dangerous. He got a laser for an arm, so that's a different situation. Shador is bona fide NFL quarterback. Bona fide NFL quarterback. So that was a different situation. But see, Diddy went up in there and like, yo, man, my son need to be playing, fam. What the fuck? You know who the hell I am? He said, you know who the fuck I am. I'm the coach, bitch. That's how they got into it. I'm not saying he said it like that, but they got into it. And here come the cowbell incident. You said what's going on with Tisa. She talked about the cowbell incident, Tisa. And she said, yeah, for all you Diddy Glazers. I know you Diddy Glazers gonna be talking about this. So I'm just being funny and made a video about it. He almost got charged. The police was called. The restraining order was filed. No, they did do something. He apologized though. He did because he was just being a parent, unruly parent. Wanting his kid to play. That's what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and put this damn AC on. Lord have mercy. Woo, Lord, I need some AC in my life in this car. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Let me take this hat off. Woo. Y'all still hear me? Because I need some AC. Can y'all hear me now? Cause oh man, I was like, y'all ain't gonna hear nothing, man, because I'm in this AC. Yo, I had to get back in the car, yo. I'm sorry. Oh my God, this AC is changing my vibration. My vibration changed, man. I'm a Diddy Glazer, man. She said Diddy Glazers. Yo, that was the funniest thing. He said, yeah. Oh, you can hear me? Damn, I thought y'all couldn't hear me. I said, hold up. I had to be in this AC, man. I got to change my vibration for a minute. But I heard, oh, let me just say this real quick. I heard that the jury was laughing at Mark Agnifilio and all that. But that doesn't say anything. You know why? They did the same thing for Ghislaine Maxwell, laughing at the lawyer and agreeing or being agreeable and stuff like it. Still found her guilty, man. Straight up. The jury, the jury ain't nothing to play with. Okay? They got all the power. They can sit there and laugh. They might have thought his joke was funny. It might sit up there and still change everybody's vibration, yo. So we gotta see. We gotta see. Oh, he put the coach in a headlock. Well, guess what? They got into it. The coach was down with the funk too, though. They got into it. But that's a no-no. That made his son wasn't playing after that, fam. Shout out to Justin, yo. He be there every day, man, holding his dad down. Sometimes you just being an unruly parent, man. That's what happened. You said, Max, be sure to reach out on that spamming. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to that content creator, man. Like, bro, you spamming me or what? Like, because I'm getting your page all the time, yo. That's not by accident. Are you doing that? I'm gonna reach out to him. Like, yo, man, like I'm a small YouTuber, man. You don't gotta do that to me, man. You feel me? I don't think that's him though. I think that's somebody doing it, but why are they doing it to his TV though? Why are they doing it to his channel? That don't happen to nobody else. Or maybe it does. I don't know. But I am gonna reach out to him for sure. I'm like, yo, bro, they keep spamming your channel up in here. Is that you? He gonna say no. So I don't even know if it's even worth it. Like, I'm not a hater, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I want everybody to do their thing. I'm trying to do my thing. But yeah, he did get into it with the UCLA coach. He did, man. Diddy did, yo. That was off the hook. I remember that. I said his son ain't playing now, for sure. He didn't play that after that season either. He did graduate though. I guess that's most important. Oh, the Cash App $ Max V World 75. They've been blessing me with the Cash App. Thank you guys for the ones that's been blessing me on the Cash App. I appreciate you. Um, I'm gonna pay for parking tomorrow, man. That goes to parking. That goes to parking. That goes to parking. But I'm gonna see if I can find somewhere on the street, because if I'm gonna be sitting out in front of the courthouse, I could watch my car. Because I don't know what we're gonna be doing. Because if the jury is deliberating, we just waiting around. But I do have a strange suspicion, though, guys. They're gonna have that verdict tomorrow. I don't know why I'm feeling that. I think it's gonna be tomorrow. Everybody on that jury has a college degree. Every last one of them, and it don't mean anything. But and they New Yorkers. You know what I'm saying? New Yorkers, man, ain't nothing getting past them. You know what I'm saying? People from the tri-state. But we'll see. They might have their minds made up. They might have their minds made up right now. If they do, hold tight. Hold tight, guys. Hey, Udo on the go, are you here? What do you plan to do tomorrow? Because when they're deliberating, I guess we stand outside, huh? I might have to be. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna be in that break room. I'm gonna be in that break room under the AC, man, changing my vibration. I'm gonna be outside a little bit, but then I'm gonna go right back inside, man, and go in the break room. Because if I go get something to eat, I feel like I'm gonna miss something. Miss Jackson, I hope he gets acquitted. It could happen tomorrow. He could be literally on the eve of coming home right now. Subscriber said, nah, that's beyond being a dad. Most people just argue on the field a little bit. That's a power trip. You said Trump should pardon him. I ain't heard nothing out of the White House about it. I didn't hear nothing. Not yet. If we'll see. He said the cowbell was a precursor to a full on Joker mode we saw in the video. If he's convicted, they would have to shut down all the escort services. They're legal. I know a lot of people talking about that, but that he didn't get charged really for the escorting. They trying to say that he trafficked Cassie and Jane. That's what they're saying. He trafficked them. Do y'all think he trafficked them or what? I've already said that to y'all. Y'all, we can't come up with no unanimous verdict here. None of us. I could do a verdict right now, and I guarantee we not. Look, guys, look. I need 12 people, yo. YouTube Unfolded, you one of them. No, we're not gonna come up with a unanimous verdict because Miss Jackson already said he's innocent. Can we come up with a unanimous verdict, y'all, or what? Can we do that here? I need 12 people right now. If you feel like he's not guilty or guilty, one is not guilty on everything, and two is guilty on everything. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that because we're not gonna come up with nothing unanimous. Forget it. We're not. We're not gonna come up with nothing. Strap, you said he's not guilty. You said 3-on-1 charge. Okay, you got 3-on-1. Okay. So you got 3-on-1. So he's guilty of, you probably got him on the Mann Act. YouTube Unfolded. If you said 2-on-1, that's the Mann Act. We're not going to come up with nothing. Forget it. Because we already tried it already. What I wanted to do was I wanted to do like a panel and do a deliberation, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I was going to do it tomorrow. Like if the jury doesn't come up with a verdict tomorrow night, I'll do a panel, a verdict panel. Because the only thing he can ask for is the jury to be very thorough in their deliberation. He said being a freaky pervert isn't a crime. Yeah, I'm with you, Strap. You said it's either all or nothing with Diddy. Right. I agree with you. He said they can't get him on the major charges. He'll be home by Tuesday. I'm with you on that. It's all or nothing. Yeah, guys, I had to get under this AC for a minute. It's nice out, though. It's 82 degrees out. We need that wind to blow a little bit. So I mean, I wish we could come up with something, but we can't. That means that the jury might can't come up with nothing, and they might be hung up too. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If it was me waiting on this verdict, I've been on lost all kind of weight. I wouldn't be eating. They'll have to give me Insure or something. Insure or some type of something. But I must say, this is the biggest case we followed as far as all the hoopla and everything. This is the biggest case. Let me drink a little bit of water, wet my whistle. You know, you bump your gums, now you ain't got no more taste in your mouth. Mm. I'm getting a lot of sun this summer. Tell you what, I can't say I'm not getting a lot of sun this summer. I'm getting a lot of sun. That's what I needed. You feel better when you come out here, get some sun, relax. So, I would sit up under that tree, but damn bugs would be after me. I tried to do that one day. I had so many bite marks on me, it was crazy. I don't see how people just sit in the grass. But yeah, it's going down, man. Tomorrow, it's going down. That courtroom gonna be packed again. Oh my God, for the verdict, bro, it's gonna be a standing room probably. Or they gonna have to open up more overflow rooms. They're gonna have to open up more. So what I plan to do is I plan to be in the break room and then come back and forth, chill in the break room, and because in the break room they got like a little patio where you can go sit outside. It's kind of nice. I might chill out there, get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Then go outside, see what Tisa doing, go check her out. No, I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be live, and then it's gonna be packed outside for sure. People going. It's already a circus out there. I heard. I'm definitely not lugging that. Let me see. What am I gonna do? Um, I'm gonna figure it out tomorrow. I might sit in the park or something. But the thing is, I gotta watch the media though, because if everybody going running in, I don't want to miss it. I'd be out there bumping my gums. You like, Max, run in. So yeah, the energy is gonna be like that because the jury is deliberating. Energy is gonna be crazy. And what if the jury has a question? Because usually that happens. And depending on that question, we'll come back because that question could mean anything. Like, I know, Miss Jackson, I wouldn't be able to eat if I'm waiting for the verdict if I was him. My ass would be looking like Pookie from New Jack City. Mouth all ashy. I'd be looking a mess. And then if I'm found not guilty, they had to take me straight to the hospital. Straight to the hospital, man. My nerves will be shot. I'll be sitting out there mumbling to the press. They're like, sir, we gotta take him to the hospital. What's up with these squirrels out here, man? It's because people out here feeding them. I guess they think everybody gonna do it. You said who gonna be the new face of Ciroc? He not worried about that right now. That's the least of his concerns. He trying to get his freedom back. I tell you what, man, the power structure, they could build you up and bring you down. Sure can. I knew something was brewing when Bill Cosby got convicted. I said, damn. That was a crazy day when he got, remember? They made him take his suit coat off. He had them suspenders on. His pants was hiked all the way to his chest. They took his cane away. Oh my God, that was something else right there. No, I didn't see it yet. Boy, I said, guys, they don't locked up Bill Cosby, America's dad. America's dad got locked up in front of us. And he had to do a bid for a minute. Crazy. And he was in population. They playing tug of war out there. All they need is my big ass just to lean in. Ain't nobody going on. Let me stop. I'm losing weight, man. I'm getting it together. I'm walking this park every morning. Yeah, when they locked up Cosby, yo, I ain't know how to feel. I said, damn. Boy, they locked him up, bro. That's how I know. I said, they getting ready to come after everybody. Y'all better get on y'all big job. Y'all better start acting right. Because when they locked up Cosby, yo, I didn't know what to say. I followed that case too. And they had hit people for him too. Remember that girl that used to be on the Cosby Show? She came out talking bad on him. It was crazy. They not playing, yo. So we already know now. Flying people out to do all that. The government saying that ain't right. If you're gonna fly somebody out, at least go to dinner first. Go to the amusement park so you won't be all about sex. And just say, hey, you wanna lay down? I don't know how you make it legal. I don't know. I don't know. Be careful flying people out for the purposes of illicit sex acts. Now, the regular stuff can't be illegal. Let's go to the amusement park first. At least I can say we went to the amusement park and we built up an attraction for each other. It started on the Ferris wheel. Man, the jury be laughing at my ass because I'll take the stand. They'll be laughing, yo. They're like, we can't find this dude guilty. You gotta pay. What if you paying for the flight? You paid for the dinner? Or do we have to go Dutch? I guess we're gonna have to go Dutch. We go 50-50 on everything. She spoke about him in the 90s. Well, she came out in the night. I know what she said. Yeah, Lisa Bonet. He had a problem. He allegedly said something to her about dating. What's his name? Um, she was dating. What's his name? What's his name? Lenny Kravitz. When he was dating Lenny, when she was dating Lenny Kravitz, he had something to say about it. And Lenny Kravitz is a cool dude, man. I don't know why you have a problem with Lenny. See, he was a part of that boule shit. Let me tell you something, they very cliquish. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they are, man. It's all about status and all that right there. You know, it's all about status. Like, what is he doing? He's doing this and doing that, and it has to look good on paper. You say you pay yourself. Yeah, he gotta start an entertainment company. That's what he wanna do. The only problem I saw with it is you ain't gotta lay your hands on nobody. And then she just described, it's just a whole bunch of craziness she described. The UTIs and doing it on a UTI. That's crazy. I'm gonna tell you something though. It depends on what they saw in those videos. If they're disgusted about those videos, they gonna find him guilty. I'm telling you all that. How bad was the videos? They said it wasn't that bad, as somebody said. But how bad were they? Because if they discussed it, they got their mind made up already. I'm telling y'all, they don't laughing at the the lawyer's jokes don't mean nothing. No, nobody. Somebody did comment on it. I told you, I made a video saying he was lying. He said he saw a little bit of it. Yeah, they need me on that tug of war. They got a bunch of lightweights going against some heavyweights. Man, she's strong, yo. That woman is strong. She undefeated. She is strong. You know what I'm saying? She on the team and she ain't lost a tug of war yet. I'm watching. She can mess around and play the 3 technique. Big boned it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be big boned to play the 3 technique. For all my football players, you know exactly what I'm saying. And everybody not going to catch what I said. You got to be. He like, get me out this heat, man. It's hot as hell out here. Y'all got me in this heat. You said many of the jurors had to look away from the videos making shocked faces. If that's the case, if they're disgusted, then it's gonna be a problem. That's what happened in Nature Boy case. They played all the videos of him doing the most. Talking about I'm God and I rule you people, and man, they found him guilty ASAP. Yeah, the jurors saw everything. They saw all the videos in its entirety. And like I'm saying, no telling what he was saying on the videos. They might be disgusted by it. That's a problem. And then the lawyer said they had the best something. It's a love story. That ain't no love. Is it a love story? I don't know. It's a love story. I don't know. Tariq, if you 50-50, he in trouble. That mean go either way. He in trouble. I could see if you said 75-25, his favor. 50-50 ain't good. That ain't good. Because that means you could be swayed if you're on the jury. You go either way with it, Tariq. Tariq, you'll be sitting there like, all right, what y'all want to do, man? What y'all want to do? Because I want to enjoy my summer, yo. Tariq be like, what y'all want to do, man? All right, Tariq, what do you think? I got them 50-50. Then that means they could change your vibration either way. I'm telling you, I thought about this. If they watched them videos, see, because they weren't having regular adult relations, intimate relations. They were having adult film sex. That's different. It's very violent. It's violent act. That's what they were doing. And they could be disgusted by it. Guys, the verdict is going to be tomorrow. If they got their minds made up, the verdict is tomorrow. Remember I said that it's tomorrow. You said love ain't got nothing to do with the wicked evil shit. Janice, if you feel that way, the verdict is tomorrow. Because you represent the jury. All of y'all do. All of y'all comments represent the jury. You said they agreed to adult. You said, I think the verdict is, yeah, it's going to be tomorrow, Miss Jackson. It's going to be tomorrow. And if it's tomorrow, that ain't a good look. If it's tomorrow. But I got a feeling it's tomorrow. It's going to be bedlam outside. I had to use that word. I've been waiting to use it. It's going to be bedlam. And I'm going to be in the mix. But see, I know how to be in the mix and get out the way. It's an art to it. I know how to be off to the side. You see what I'm saying? Because MTA going to go crazy. He found guilty tomorrow. MTA might hook off on somebody. Because she already did. She already hooked off on somebody, man. That was bad that she did that. And somebody gonna hook off on her. Watch. She gonna hook off on somebody and somebody gonna lay her out. And I'm gonna film it. I'm like, you got knocked the F out. I'm gonna go viral off her. I'm like, you got knocked the F out. For sure. She going crazy tomorrow. I'm dead ass. She going crazy. You said he's getting guilty on some charges. Damn, it's crazy that you say that because if you're saying that, it's going to be tomorrow. I know, Tariq. That's what I've been hearing. That's what the guards was telling me. They said every case coming here, they don't lose, yo. They said it's very rare. It's very rare they lose up in this building. Very rare. What's up, Willie Williams? Willie Williams, what's your verdict? We need your verdict. You the jury. You don't heard the case. What you think? And also, when do you think the verdict is going to come down? I think it's going to come tomorrow. Around 3 p.m., 3 or 4 p.m. Because I think those videos is kind of prejudicial, but they needed, that was evidence. And no telling what he said on them videos. He probably was doing the most in them videos. Calling her all kind of names. They're going to show her favor, guys. I'm telling y'all that. Cassie, I don't know about Jane. They're going to show her favor. I'm telling you that. I got a feeling. I'm not thinking for myself. I'm thinking the jury right now. You believe it's a hung jury? Okay. You said if I make a comment, it'll make sense. Oh, man, you got to stay current, Tammy. Tam, you got to stay current. Don't rewind it. You ain't missed nothing. You didn't miss nothing. You can act. We can talk now. You didn't miss anything. You just coming in. You ain't missed nothing. We just sitting there kicking it. Only thing, yeah. So I'm just asking people their verdict. All right, let me just say, what's y'all verdict, yo? Y'all just say it. Guilty or not guilty or hung jury. What do y'all think? Let me just see it. What y'all think? Because y'all represent the jury. Because any one of you guys, if you lived in the five boroughs or a little bit outside of there, I forget what county, you could have been on the jury. And you heard the case. Nobody can sway you. Okay, you said Dinky said guilty. Tariq said 50-50. So I already got your vote. Willie said hung jury. What else? What are you guys thinking? And it's not a wrong, right or wrong answer. It's just how you feel. Nobody can sway you how you feel. You heard it already. You've heard everything. Janice said Diddy is done. Okay, so you mean guilty all the way down. Ms. YouTube Unfolded, I already got your vote. You said 3-1. Not guilty, he's getting off. Strap said that. MJ said not guilty. You said I believe guilty, but supposedly there is a woman who seems to be a Diddy fan. She could get her vibration changed. Because let's say if I'm the jury for a person, I'm like, look, we got him dead to rights. If you want to sit here till after 4th of July, that's on you. Because we're not leaving here without a verdict, period. Well, I want to enjoy my 4th. Okay, you enjoy your 4th, but you're going to come back here. We're going to go through all the evidence. How about that? Okay, Teresa guilty on 1 or 2 charges. My homegirl was on a jury one time. It took them a week to deliberate. And you know why it took them a week? Because they kept having to leave early. They left every day at 3 p.m. And the reason why, because the judge had to hear another case. So they left every day at 3 p.m. And they got there at 9 a.m., but that still wasn't enough time. It was so much evidence. And this one guy, the 4-person, he wanted to go through everything. And they were all cool with it because they got food and stuff like that. It took them a week, yo. And it was some people in there that wasn't sure. You know why they said they wasn't sure? Because they didn't remember everything. So they had to go through all the evidence. And then one lady, they were waiting for one lady. Oh, I got it now. He's guilty. And everybody looked at her like, are you sure? Well, let's vote again. So they voted again, and it was unanimous. They started because they got the jury instructions on a Friday, and they deliberated for a little bit and they left. They really started Monday and they ended Thursday. So it was almost a little over a week, a little under a week, if you count that Friday. And the judge was cool with it. He said, y'all take as long as y'all want. He said that to him. He said he did say to them, are you guys hung up? Are you guys, what's going on? She said, no, we just taking our time. He said, okay. He said, if you want to take a week, 2 weeks, I don't care. He let them rock. They were having fun and everything. They were joking in there and shit. And they going through the evidence, talking about kids and family life. They were talking about all types of stuff in that deliberation room, yo. They wanted to know what they were going to eat. They told the judge, are we having pizza today? He said, yeah, you having pizza. And then one of the jurors needed a smoke break every 15 minutes. They said it was crazy. He needed a smoke break every 15, 20 minutes, man. They were wilding. It took them a whole week. It was a state case in Virginia. They wanted to know, guys, they were worried about what they're going to eat, man. That's what they were worried about. And they told the bailiff to contact the judge that they were hungry. And the judge had already ordered your food. And you could eat in the deliberation room. And they had Starbucks. Guys, they had Starbucks, yo, for breakfast. The judge Had a big thing of Starbucks coffee come in. They had all the bells and whistles. So they were taking their time. And they said to the judge, is it okay? We taking our time. We ain't gonna have it today. We may have it Thursday or may not. He said, okay. He said, as long as y'all getting along, it's okay. He said, take your time. We're not rushing you. I said, y'all were wild and y'all talking about family and shit. He said, everybody on the jury became close. She talked to them to this day. They're all best friends to this day. They got close. And guys, guess when I was in Virginia, guess what court case I went to when he had a hearing? Michael Vick. I went to that. I went to that. That was so sad because he didn't have nothing to do with it. He wasn't fighting dogs. He had nothing to do with it. And everybody in Virginia around that area know about it. They know he didn't do it. But he had to take the fall. He took nobody, and all them people, they cut out of his life. He not around none of them people no more. And that was sad, yo. And I remember in the court, they had a representative from the NFL there. And you know what he said to us? He gonna play again. We know he didn't do it. That's what he told us. He said he didn't do this shit. But he felt like maybe his life on the line or something. He couldn't say nothing. That was sad, yo. I was there for that one. I was there for one court date. One. I had to go back to work. You said Diddy went to the coach's office. The coach had things in the office. Well, whatever he had, Diddy went for it. Whatever he had, that really happened. That was a very, very sad case because he didn't do it. Everybody out there in Virginia know he didn't do it. Everybody knows. A representative from the NFL said he didn't do it either. We know he didn't. He had tears in his eyes. There was grown men in there with tears in their eyes, yo. They said, why don't he say something? Please, Mike, please say it, please. Please just say you didn't do it. Please, sir. Please, he wouldn't do it. God damn. But you know what? He got his career back, paid off his bills, and he did well. God held him down because he know he didn't do it. Everybody in there was like, had tears in their eyes. I said, something is not right here. I said, from a representative had tears in his eye, he said he didn't do it. And it was a representative from the Falcons there too. He had tears in his eyes. He said, Mike, do the right, please, man. He wouldn't do it. He wasn't nowhere around that stuff because he was in Atlanta. But the problem was he owned the house. You said, what did Tisa Tells do? I'm not knocking her or anything. She ain't do nothing. She just called the Diddy. She called people Diddy Blazers, and I was laughing about it. That's what I was doing. This is no knock on Tisa. Don't go back to her and say Max is blasting her, because I'm not. I said she brought up the cowbell incident. I said a lot of people didn't know about that. That Diddy, when Justin was playing at UCLA, a lot of people didn't know about the cowbell thing. She brought it up. We don't knock Tisa over here. She got it out the mud, yo. She did. That's a YouTube success story. She got that shit out the mud. Period. Nobody helped her. Not one. She did it herself. Nobody helped her. Now she on Nancy Grace. Feel me? I'm proud of that girl. I am. She got it out the fucking mud, yo. And she young too. So yeah, I rock with her. She off the hook though. And then she said something about Quincy. She said that Diddy first victims were his children. You said her looks didn't hurt either. Yeah, I know, Joe. The looks don't hurt either. No, it don't. She tall too. I think because she wear them heels. I was on the elevator. I said, "How tall is this woman?" Damn, I had to look up to her. God damn. It's some. I look at some heels, but she tall without the heels though. She got to be about 5'9" without the heels. Without the heels. Yeah, I'm proud of her, man. Fuck that. But I had to put her name in the title because I plan to say something like, I said, Tisa, you had to say Diddy Glazers, yo. The fuck? Yo, you drive ain't they? Yo, I thought I go live a lot. I thought I'd be hustling. Hell nah. She hustle harder. She sit up there and hustle. That's Tisa hustle. Just call it Tisa hustle. Yeah, that's Tisa hustle. And then she leave and go about her business. Yeah, she said Diddy kids were his first victims because Quincy had an acting role and Diddy got involved and she believed it messed him up. But they gonna have to, if he get convicted, they gotta do their thing. And he doing good on social media. And the fans like him. When he's out there, everybody's saying hello to him, he smile. They like him out there. They like Justin too. You know what I'm saying? Justin is the quiet one. Justin ain't the one to mess with. I'm just telling y'all that. He ain't the one to mess with. He too quiet. And he got some size to him too. He might be short, but he's stocky. He got some size to him. He's not a small guy. He's short, but he not small. He had been on laid somebody out, man. He had been on tackled your ass. He used to play football. He been on tackle somebody. But yeah, Quincy doing this thing. Wait, if he sorry about that, I had got a call. If he been on tackle somebody, it's a wrap. I tell you that much. You say he was always blocking at his children. Justin isn't. Now, why y'all keep saying that, man? Saying that ain't his son. I don't know. I can't speak on that. That is his son. If his son going there supporting, that's his son, yo. If he took care, you don't. If he took, I don't know if it's not biologically his son. If he took care of him, that's his son. That's just what it is. I know they ain't wanting for nothing. I can tell you that. They are not wanting for anything. He took care of them kids. Excuse me, grown people. They grown now. I'm sorry to keep calling them kids, but I remember when he was a kid, you know. But they grown as fuck. He in his 30s. He grown as fuck. But he ain't to be messed with though. He quiet. None of them to be messed with, to be honest with you. They ain't punks. But Quincy be waving to people, smiling, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like them. It ain't against them. And nobody is against them. You say Kim, mom has passed, but her dad is still here. She from Georgia. He looked like he got hands. He looked like it. He looked like it. Very respectful, though. He's very respectful. Because he be chilling in the break room. Nobody bother him. He just be chilling. Sometime Diddy mom being there. I think everybody's used to them now to where nobody bothers them. But only when they come out, people want to get that footage, you know, when them coming to the van. But inside, nobody bothers them at all. Christian be walking around. Nobody bothers him. He'll say what up to people and talk. You know, but everybody at this point, they don't being around them every day. It's just they used to him. The girls is back now though, all three of them. You know what? I don't read that off of them. You got to be around them. I don't read that off of them that they're nasty. I don't. But here's one thing I'll say about them though. All of them are very quiet. All of them are. They have a quiet disposition. Quincy is outgoing. He's a little bit more outgoing. But every last one of them, they have a little bit of quiet. And because Quincy's the oldest, you know what I'm saying? That's Kim's oldest child. You know what I'm saying? So he's the leader. You know what I'm saying? He's more outgoing, like, you know what I'm saying? But he take notes and stuff like that. Justin been taking notes too. But you could tell Quincy's the leader. Justin is too. Justin and Quincy, they're the leaders. You said doesn't come on. Seriously, I thought you had some commentary up here. Okay, Janice. Janice, why you attacking me? I didn't put Diddy here. Why you coming out? Because I'm a man. Why you coming after me? You coming after me because I'm a man by default? Why you coming for me? I didn't say nothing bad to you, Janice. Now you coming after me now. Let me figure out this how many minutes. Let me think. Let me see. Um, yeah, it's a chill conversation. Yeah, YouTube was like, she wasn't having it. I was thinking too long. She wasn't having it. She was like, nah, you gotta get up out of here. You get some time as the others. You get some time under your life. Change your vibration. We just having a chill conversation. We don't know what the verdict's gonna be. We already said, everybody said what the verdict, they think their verdict is gonna be. Even if you think he's innocent, we don't care, and that's your verdict. If you think he's guilty, that's your verdict. If you undecided, that's your verdict. Because everybody don't heard the case already. We're just waiting now. It's just a waiting game. He have exactly 24 hours. I would say 24 hours because they should be in the deliberation room about 11 a.m. So they got about 24 hours before they start deliberating. 24 hours. At this point, we don't care. Like, I think she might have felt some way. I had Tisa and the tails in the title, but we rock with Tisa, man. I think she's funny. There are a lot of instructions, so it might be an hour. But that judge is very thorough. I give him that. Like Diddy said, I think he did a good job. He damn sure not lying. That'll help Diddy out a little bit because let's say if he get the lesser charges, maybe the judge won't max him out. It's a young judge too. He look young. And when he come to the courthouse, he be chilling, have his headphones on. I don't know. He looked like he might take the train there. But I think he parked around the corner. But he just be chilling, man, listening to his music, bopping his head. Just chilling, man. Judge is mad chill, yo. Mad chill. Very young judge, yo. He's in his early 40s. That's young for his position. It's it's somewhat of a lifetime, but it's like you gotta no, it's not lifetime. You have to campaign for it. You remember how I don't know, is it? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a good question. And he was nominated by the president, Biden. So he got respect around here, man. But when he comes in, he get there mad early. He be chilling. Headphones on. He dressed trendy too. He just mad chill. He mad chill too. He'll give you a head nod, just chilling. Okay. He did a good job, man, for his first case. He did a really good job. For his first criminal, high profile, he did not disappoint. He did a very good job. He did. It almost like he's been there, you know? He was a clerk for the late Justice Ginsburg, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So he already had respect around here, you know? Yeah, he got respect around here, man. No, I'm not outside the courthouse right now. Tomorrow I'll be. Okay, they for a lifetime. Well, he young, yo. He gonna be around for a minute. He mad young. He mad chill. I don't know if he took the train in. Actually, I don't. I'm not sure if he took the train in because they park around. It's like they could park different areas. He could have had a car service, but I wouldn't think he would take the train at this juncture because he's presiding over this case. So he had to have a car service. He be rocking the Levi's 501s. I know they 501s because I know I rock them. He rocking the Levi 501s, y'all. Straight up, yo. Having Vans on, man. Come on, man. Shout out to this judge, man. Judge is mad chill. Levi 501s is just a classic. It's a classic jean. You ain't getting no better than that. Yeah, I know somebody on the district court as well. She mad young too. I shouldn't have said that. Y'all know who she is. She hit me up and say I'm doing a good job. She just tell me to chill though. She said just chill out a little bit. She hit me up out of the blue, just chill out a little bit. I said, all right. She said, you know what you're doing, just chill out. Chill out. She's younger than me, but she's like the OG. She's like, just chill out. I'm like, okay, yes, ma'am. She laughed. She said, no, you straight. Yeah, we might know the same person. She a sister. She mad young. One of the youngest. No, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say her name. She know her. Listen, if I need any information, I'll go to her or my boy. She studies the law. Like she knows it, and I know she's a judge, but she studies it in and out. Like you don't she knows everything. She told me about the jury instruction. She said, yeah, we streamline it. You've heard that before, Max. Don't act like you never heard that before. You know what streamlining is. She said you don't want to make it too difficult for the jury because they're gonna keep having questions. She said one time she learned the hard way. She said a juror was like, I don't understand nothing. No, it wasn't her case. She sat in on the case. Because you know how judges, when they're learning, they sit in on cases. What they do is, guys, they don't just put them on the bench right away. You got to learn. They'll sit in with an OG. They'll sit in with an OG judge. And they'll learn. She said this juror came in, right? She said he don't understand nothing. And he wasn't the only one. They was like, we don't understand how we going to do this. So they had to explain it to him again. And then they had another jury question. She said they had about 8 questions before they got it right. Yeah, I heard you supposed to play Jussie Smollett role on Empire. Damn, that would have been a good look for Quincy. Quincy talented. She said they had about 8 questions back to back. So they deliberated for about an hour, came back. We don't understand. We still don't understand it. So the judge was like, we should have streamlined this. He said that to the lawyers. So what happened was, what's up, Sylvia? So what happened was, no, they weren't pulling a nullification. They didn't understand the jury instructions. And it was a bunch of elderly people on the jury. And get this. It was a former retired lawyer on the jury, and he didn't understand. What the fuck? The judge was like, "Were you a lawyer? You were a lawyer, sir." He said, "Explain it to him." He said, "I'm trying." I know. It ain't my car. So what happened was on the eighth question, he said the person said, "I think we got it now, Judge. I think we got it. I think we got it, yo. I think we got it." I said, "We got it." They started laughing. They went out. And then one of the older jurors, right? He looked back at the judge and said, "Well, you said if we got questions, we can ask, right? We can ask." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Y'all okay with that?" He said, "Yeah, you can ask whatever." He said, "Okay, I'm just asking." And it was like, "Are you okay? Like, did we rub you the wrong way?" He said, "No." And then he walked out with his cane. He had a cane. He walked out. They came up with a verdict, though. They sure did. You said Puffy wanted rights to the music for them to get Quincy. See, that's the thing. That's probably what held them out of that road. That's what Tisa was saying. She said that. I didn't know that. Check out Brotherly Love. Quincy was good in that. Yeah, he talented. That's a talented brother right there, man. For sure. I didn't know that he was like acting and all that. I don't watch TV. I have never watched Power, Empire, none of that. I never watched it before. You said that made Puffy hold him out. But see, the thing is, what she was saying was that held him back from a role because he would have had that role. That'd have been a good look for him. But he was just being, the OG. They wasn't sharing the music rights. What kind of music was it? What kind of music rights? What if they didn't own the music? Why would they be wanting music rights if they ain't own the music? I don't get it. But anyway, the rest is history. Or all the original music on the show. Oh, I get it now. They wanted some points on that because he could eat for life on that. Okay, well that's business then. He's just being a businessman. That don't seem too bad. But she made it like she said he was his kid's first. He was the first victim. They were his first victims. She going hard on him. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. She ain't the only one. There's some people going hard, yo. They said they don't want nothing less than a guilty verdict on everything. I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting for see what the jury do. I'm just waiting for the jury at this point. I'm about to. I'm just waiting for the jury, fam. You know, I'm just waiting to see how the jury gonna operate. That's one thing about it. The jury is in straight control, and I'm about to get some AC in my life. Oh, hold up. Let me put this AC on. Oh, all right. Yeah, 20 years ain't good. That ain't good for nobody. Shit, I might have to change my vibration if he sentenced him to that. I need some milk. I've been on showed out. Dang, no outburst, sir. Lord have mercy. Lord, that's 20 years ain't right. They had to carry me up out of there if I was a defendant. Ooh, they got to carry me out. Now you got to carry me out. Yeah, Suge passed out at a court appearance. I don't blame him. Shit, they got this man out to be a mob boss, man. Rico. When I'm thinking of Rico, I'm thinking of John Gotti, man, or gang activity. Not no baby oil. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Not 20 years to no baby. Come on, man. You heard he looking bad in person, all gray. Yeah, his hair is gray. His hair is white. If they call it gray, yeah, it's white to me. It's like bright white. I know R. Kelly got the Rico. That's why he acting up now because he might have been coming to the realization that he not getting out. It might have just hit him. I know he ran somebody over. It's crazy. Oh, go back from the Darrell Brooks trial. We know he was caught dead to rights though. Darrell Brooks. His hair is bright white. No, the guy that well, yeah, it was a guy chasing after Suge. He was like he was running for his life, but he ran the guy he ran over he was cool with. You see R. Kelly lawyer got Bill Cosby sentence overturned. Well that's what Kel's hoping for. He's hoping for an overturn. would pass out. You had to take me out of there. They had to carry me out. You remember that basketball player back in the day, high school basketball player got sentenced? He said, "Oh shit," and then passed out. There was this one trial I follow, right? He took a plea deal. He thought it was only going to be 10 years max, right? So the judge started reading his sentence. He said, "You understand you took a plea deal, right? I can sentence you to whatever. I don't have to go with the deal." He said, "Yes, Your Honor." Next thing you know, he started sentencing him. Some of it was concurrent and some of it was consecutive. He sentenced him to 5 10-year sentences consecutive. He said, "What? That's not what I agreed to." He looking at his lawyers. He blacked out in court. Boy, they served that guy, man. You should go over there and help. Ain't no help at this point. I'm not the jury. He said they should have got him while he had the chance. They damn sure got him when they had the chance. And two of those charges carry a mandatory minimum of 15 years. So if he get found guilty twice on those charges, that's 30 years, man. Lord have mercy. But they'll run it concurrent. So you have to do, we got a year time served. He looking at 15, 14. Look like he'd get out in 13 or 12. That's enough, man. Talking about this, I'm ready to go lay down. I got to lay down on that. Damn, that's just crazy. That's too much, man. I'm sorry. That's too much, man. But they're not going to have the sentencing tomorrow. They'll come back for that. But I'll have to lay down. Like, just talking about that, 15 years to life, I got to lay down. Put the air on. Made it to the final week of trial, Howard. Then we got to, yeah, we'll see. I know 85% of the time. That's a long time, man. Why can't it be 40%? Why gotta be 85%? That's crazy, man. I couldn't imagine. I'm used to the opulent lifestyle, right? I'm used to going to plush hotels, eating at whatever the restaurants are. That's like $100 a plate. And I know y'all thinking, Max, that's cheap, $100 a plate. Listen, I went to this one spot. It was like almost $200 a plate. We ain't getting nothing on that damn plate, man. I said, this is a racket. How you gonna leave there hungry? You know what I'm saying? Let me go to Top's Diner. You feel me? I don't give a damn how much money I got. I'm going to Top's Diner. Going to these ritzy spots. They don't even give you enough. They give you enough for you to take home. He said he had all this fun when he was younger. He's still young, but they got him. If Diddy is found guilty, the feds will take all of Diddy. Damn, I gotta lay down now. Yeah, living at high life and you got to go to the cell. It's crazy. He ain't used to just flying regular. He used to flying a private jet, man. He can be like, yo, I'm going to the islands for the weekend and just chill out. But you hear what big homie CC said? He really said it. You know what he said? Pierce was like, you think he had anything to do with Tupac? He said, yes. He said, really? He said, for sure. Damn. That's some crazy stuff to say, man. You said take all his things for what? He didn't make money off the free calls. They're going to try to take his homes because it came out in court that he had free calls in the house. So as long as it was related to the free calls, they could take it. It's crazy shit, man. If you think he got big out the way, it's crazy. But then this might be karma then. This might be dealing with his karma. I mean, if he really did do that, he can't be mad right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I lived my life, man. I did some shit. It's over with. It's over with. They got me. So if he did do something like that, then he can't be mad. It's just what it is. Yeah, they'll confiscate all of that. So what they gonna do? They ain't got no money. It's crazy, man. You gotta have something hidden somewhere. All right, I'll take my ass in the house. It's hot. It's not that hot, but it's been hotter. Yeah, it's been hotter. You said New York didn't have that energy with Trump. What do you mean? Like all this fanfare? Did he did? It was the guards said it was a lot of people out there. They said it was more than Puff's trial. They said you couldn't even walk on that block. And that with the service and stuff like that. They said yeah, it was like a madhouse out there. How's it going? Yeah, they said it was a madhouse out there. It sure was. That's what they're saying. See, all this talk about all this time, I gotta lay down. Shit. If they come back tomorrow, guilty on everything, I'm really gonna have to go lay down. All right now, I'm really gonna have to go lay down. I might not even go live. I just don't like seeing nobody get sentenced like that. Ain't nobody died. But I get it. So it's crazy. I think they should get rid of mandatory minimums in the feds. They should keep it in the judge's hands. That mandatory minimum is crazy. 15 years mandatory? He can't even go under that. Yeah, it's going to be crazy out there. Yeah, man. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Do y'all okay with that time he could get? 15? That's kind of harsh, man. I mean, I know he may have been wilding out. I'm not trying to take up for him, but damn. I'm thinking it might be a hung jury. We'll see. I don't know why I keep going to that. You said did everybody dirty? That's what Gene was saying. He was like, I'm here for what he did to Wolf. I don't know what he did to Wolf. Like I can't speak on that. But he said for other people that's not here and stuff like that. So who knows, man? You say he can't do the freak offs at 70? Why not? He do. He's still in shape, but he not wanting that. He said didn't pay Wolf's mom money back. I heard Gene say that. Like I said, I wasn't. I only go on with Gene. I that he did say that, something like that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, I don't know that whole part of it. But I didn't realize. I didn't know what people were talking about. So that I can't. Obviously I can't speak on that. But we'll see. But he was saying that there's a lot of people he know for a fact he's done dirty. So we all got our own karma in some way. So I can't speak on his karma because I'm not God. But I don't know, man. There's certain stuff like that I can't speak on another man's karma. But if he did, only he knows. He knows. Like that's stuff you can't hide from. Stuff like that. That's the only thing I can say about that. He said Puffy gave the green light to Big Meech for Wolf. Yeah, I don't know. I heard. I gotta go now that you said that. I'm gonna go look into that because I've heard people say that. I heard Gene, heard not. I heard people talk about it. But yeah, Biggie Pac. Yeah, if he truly did do this stuff, he can't be mad. He's like, damn, this must be karma, man. But then again, it happened so long ago. He wants to get out. I don't know. So we'll see. But guys, I'll be back later. Enjoy the conversation. I talk to you as always. Shout out to Tisa, man. Tisa ain't caring. She's like, man, forget that. But I'll catch you guys on the next one.